Playing on a controller has been integrated in Destiny since its base game launch back in 2014. Even with expanding the Destiny universe to PC, controllers have still been an integral part of the player's freedom to play how they want to play. June 9th marked a very special day for many different reasons. From news about what our next 2+ years in Destiny 2 will look like, to finally revealing what Season 11 was going to be centered around, to a very welcoming change to some customization options for all controller players across all platforms. There is much to talk about from the gigantic news drop from Bungie, but we are going to save that for another video. Welcome back to the channel, my name is Man of Coal, and today, let's talk about how to take advantage of the new controller button customization in Destiny 2. For those of you that are new here, welcome to the channel. I make weekly Destiny videos ranging from in-depth weapon guides, to PvP tips and strategies, to different mechanics that may help enhance your builds. If you enjoy that type of content, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you know when my videos are posted. Alright, let's talk a little bit about how this complete controller customization came to be in Destiny 2. In a This Week at Bungie blog post, we were debriefed by Lisa Brown, who is a staff designer for the Sandbox team at Bungie. Some of the big things she points out initially in the blog is how important it is for them to create a way to, quote, meet accessibility guidelines for motor control and mobility. This is awesome, not just for a majority of the people who play on controller, but also for people that may have physical limitations that may restrict a specific way of playing. Just kudos to Bungie for always looking out for every type of player. She later goes on to show us what we now have in the game as this video goes live, so let's take a look. So as you open up your setting tab, however it is you choose to get there, you will see a tab on the left-hand side that is solely dedicated to the controller input. Now, if we click on it, we have two options on the top of this list. The first one has to do with the movement controls, and the second one is the actual layout of all of your buttons. Let's very quickly look at the movement controls. Here you can see that it is a diagram portrayed on your screen depending on what type of controller you are choosing to use. For this example, it's an Xbox controller, but it will obviously look different if you use a PlayStation controller. If you are a player who is used to the movement controls of either Southpaw, Legacy, or Legacy Southpaw, then this is where you would go to select that type of movement. Super cool and super efficient to have the movement controls in their own little section. So go here if you are wanting to change any movement settings. Now, for any other type of controller customization options, you are going to go to the button layout section. The first thing you will want to do is go up to the top right where it will more than likely say default. Click the drop-down menu and it will bring up a bunch of pre-customized options that are popular with some of the other types of games. If none of those appeal to you, then go all the way down to the bottom where it says custom and go ahead and select that. In here you will see a full, and I mean full, layout of all the different binds that you can set to your different buttons. On the far left, you will see that the first tab is selected as character. The second tab is for vehicles, and the third tab is for additional settings, which is basically just what you want your emote button to be bound to. Let's start with the character tab, as this is probably going to be the primary spot for all of the customization options. The left-hand column shows all of the different functions, with the second column showing what those functions are bound to. But then we have a third column, which might be new to most of us. In the third column, we have even more customization. Since there are only so many buttons to use on a controller, Bungie has taken it a step further, and it's allowing us to specifically state whether we want to press the button to activate a function, long press the button to activate it, or double press. So for example, you can actually have 3 different functions attached to the X button, but with different actions to carry out that function by either pressing, long pressing, or double pressing. A lot of this is going to heavily rely on what you are already used to playing with, so pick and choose what feels good for you, or experiment if you're wanting to explore new ways to play. This is a really great thing for people that play on controllers, so take advantage of it. Another great feature that Bungie is allowing with this whole controller customization is that you can actually map a button combination to perform a certain function. For example, right now, the default option to activate your super is to press the right and left bumpers on your controller. You now have the option to remap those to be whatever combo you want. All you have to do is hover over the action for super and click on it. It should bring up a menu that looks like what is on your screen right now. Warning, it is at this time where if you hit any button on your controller, that is what will register as the new function you need to perform. So let's say you want to remap your super to be the combo of B and Y. All you have to do when you get to this screen is press the B and the Y button at the exact same time, as if you were to actually perform your super. It will then register that as the function. Click confirm at the bottom and there you go. You now have a new function to perform your super. One place where this could be really effective for controller players is down towards the bottom of the page. As you can see, there are 5 functions that are not currently bound to anything, and they all have to do with which weapon you want to switch to. Right now, if you want to switch to a weapon on controller, you have to either press the Y button to switch from your kinetic to your secondary, or vice versa, or you have to long press to switch to your heavy weapon. This is going to be the place where you can enhance that process a little bit further. Maybe you want to double press Y to switch to your energy weapon, and only single press the Y button to switch to your kinetic weapon. You can do that. Or maybe you want to hit the AX combo to switch to your heavy. You can do that here as well. Again, there are so many cool customization options to work with here that this video could end up being 20 minutes long, and let's be real, nobody wants that. Feel free to experiment with some of these tools. The whole point of this video was to help make you all aware of the incredible options we now have as people who use a controller to play Destiny. One thing that I did want to mention is something that a lot of people have been expressing their displeasure about, and that is the accidental sprint cancellation that seems to be happening. This is especially the case for me. Right now, we have an option to either toggle our sprint button or hold our sprint button, which to my knowledge, nobody does this. Before, what would happen was that sometimes while sprinting, I would periodically click in on the left thumbstick again just to make sure that I'm still sprinting. Sometimes even doing it multiple times while sprinting just out of habit. Now, whenever I click in on the thumbstick while sprinting, it cancels my sprint. I personally am not very happy with this change. I do understand that this is kind of how it's supposed to work with the whole press, long press, double press system that they have going on, but it is a major inconvenience that actually significantly affects my entire gameplay experience. Is anyone else experiencing this issue as well? I've been in and out of a lot of people's streams on Twitch, and many of the people that play on controller are voicing their displeasure with this as well. Bungie is currently looking into this though, as DMG tweeted out that he passed this information along to the Sandbox team, and he will update us as soon as he hears something from them. Hopefully this gets reverted back soon. I am extremely excited to get working on some of the other videos that I have in mind for you all coming in the near future. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you know when my videos get posted. What are you all enjoying about the new season so far? Let me know down in the comments so we can talk about it. Links to my Destiny clan, Discord, and Twitch channel are all in the description box below. Thank you all very much for watching. A positive rating is always appreciated, and as always, we'll see ya.